evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Good. 180. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
They go play action here on first down. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 42.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at their own 42.
No spacing.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Now he's flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10. Play action. It's Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. Got a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 38, Roethlisberger. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
A gain of 13 yards.
And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Brings up second and 11.
Here we go, here we go. Black 20. Oh, here we go.
On second and 11 now. Roethlisberger. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on third and long.
Black 20.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 14. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over to them.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters a normal spacing and run fits.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Benny Snell, his second touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And this would have been returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go play action now. Roethlisberger. He finds his man Johnson. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys? Coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down.
Like 80. 50. 50's a much. 50's a much. Black is run.
On 1st down, it's Samuels. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jalen Samuels, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring it.
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this 1st quarter. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Now Roethlisberger on first down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
And a Steeler first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field and give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry, it is cold, and it is cold. It's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Mayfield to throw it. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by the rookie first-rounder from Michigan, Devin Bush. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
At the 46-yard line.
I got you. Go back. 180. Here we go, D. Jack 16. Me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Hey, why did that?
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
To throw again on 2nd down, Roethlisberger. Mack Wilson in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
16 yards. First down.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Olivier Vernon, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. On 2nd down, Samuels. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
So many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Hey, Haywood.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. I know, but you're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one, much more like lead.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver, Taywan Taylor, 3rd down here.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting to 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. Accelerating, and off he goes. The 20, 10, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Boswell good with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this run.
I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Keenan. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
It's a gain of 18.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. T.J. Watt make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now Keenan. Throwing middle, but It's incomplete. It was Minka Fitzpatrick that time to break that one up.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55.
On third and long, it's King. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. They'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. He'll field this at the 5. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13.
Easy, easy. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
1st down, Steelers.
230. 1 day.
Shotgun handoff to Samuels. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Like 80.
In your face.
On 2nd and 12, Roethlisberger. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. And into the red zone now, and Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points, so you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes, make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Easy, easy. Mark 50, Mark 50. Bravo. Mark 50, Mark 50.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Out of the end zone. It's 3rd down and 12.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
We got to step it up. Like 22, he's Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy.
Here's Roethlisberger. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. Boswell's kick is good. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
The Browns drive about to get started. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will it be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustmust that might be made defensively.
Here we go,
Ball
here we go.
on the 30, they'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Black and good.
Roethlisberger will throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass.
Hey, let's go. These two. Here we go, D. Get off the field.
On 3rd down, here's Samuels. And an alley to run. And he's into the clear. He's at the 30, past the 20, 10. And he takes this way down, deep into Cleveland territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So he nearly took it. The distance gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now, because is he rewarding himself for a great run, or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Here's Snell yet again. And oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll be a loss of 1, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. And Boswell's kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
He wasn't ready.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
2nd and 5 now. Keenan, and finding the tight end Hooper. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 45-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. The linebacker Ryan Shazier there to make the tackle.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to put their ears back and get after him now.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Goes outside. Like 20. Hey, eat. Hey, orange.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Keenan.
No.
He's got his man. That's Landry. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense. And this is going to be intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. He was looking for Landry that time.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, 1st down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed him, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Roethlisberger now off the bootleg. Going down the middle, and it's complete. 30, 20, 10, and finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. A big play there on the catch and run, and even 80 yards. And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. And that had far too much air under it. It's out of the back of the end zone. And the football will come out to the 20-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 21-yard line.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. A shotgun snap for Keenan. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And that'll make it 3rd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
23 yards, the final tally. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot and then connected there and picked up a first down.
Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. Keenum now. Perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's Keenum. And it'll go right back to Landry. It's complete again. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Here we go.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Keenum going to come up now 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Steps him, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Bud Dupree able to drop him for a loss of a couple. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me come to the proper page on that. Notice says, let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger.
No spacing.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now Landry. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal. I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out now joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. defense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up first and 10. Running the jet sweep, Landry. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Well, they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Set the tone, defense.
They run again on first down, Chubb.
Double up.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
50 to Mike.
To throw on second and 6. Keenum. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, but now it'll be third down.
Brings up third down and 6 yards to go.
So it's third and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
That's the way. Mike, 55.
Here's Keenum. Going back to Landry. This time he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this was about as close to a shutout as you could get. I mean, barring a game where you only allow a safety, but this was the next best thing, just the field goal. That's all they gave up.
Yeah, and you know something, they're going to be disappointed because they gave up the field goal. But deep inside, somewhat satisfied as well, because you know how hard it is to keep people from scoring in this league. And the idea that you just gave up 3, yeah, your coaches will get on you. They'll say, we should have the shutout. But they also will be pretty satisfied with that type of a performance.
So for Pittsburgh, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Cincinnati next week. Meanwhile, for the Browns, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next